said to you and to me in Matthew chapter 6 and beginning at verse 5, he says, and when you pray. When is a presupposition in the text. That means the Lord expects you to pray. So no follower gets an out from prayer. It's not for pastors, it's not for leaders, it's for every follower of Christ. Not if you pray, when you pray. That is, the Lord expects you to pray. And he says, but when you pray, go into your room, your closet, your bathroom, your car, the park, the office, the cubicle. Shut the door wherever you want and pray to your Father who is in secret. The secret of prayer is praying in secret. Secret of prayer is praying in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. That is, he promises a reward for secret praying. If you pray, you will be rewarded. Now, he does not tell us what the reward is. He leaves it nuanced so as to not limit him in our thinking of what he could do when you pray. That is, the Lord did not cap God to what he could do when you pray. That is, he can do anything he desires to do in the context of his will. He says, man, go in your room, shut the door during the consecration in secret and keep crying out to God in secret. Verse 7, and when you pray, do not heap up empty phrases as the Gentiles do, for they think that they will be heard with their many words. Do not be like them, but your Father knows what you need before you ask. You know what he's saying? Pray with honesty, pray with security. That is, just be honest about what your need is, and pray that God will, in such a way that you have an assurance that God will hear you when you pray. You don't gotta impress him with speech. Oh Lord, thou art great and awesome. Like, you think if you don't pray King James English, the Lord won't hear. Sometimes the best prayer is like, Lord, help this dude right here. He says, don't pray like that. He says, pray then like this. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Theologians call this the Lord's Prayer. And you could pray it verbatim, but that's not why Jesus taught it. He didn't teach it for us to pray it verbatim. He gave it to us as a model to teach you how to pray. So how do you pray? You start your prayers by acknowledging who you're talking to. Our Father. And you think about where he is. He is in heaven. He is exalted. He is above. You think about who you're talking to and where he's seated. Then he says, your kingdom come and your will be done. Or he says, hallowed be your name. That is, worship God in your time of prayer. Then he says, pray your kingdom come and your will be done. That is, busy yourself with praying about the things that God is concerned about. Pray for the spread of the gospel. Pray for the planting of churches. Pray for missionaries. Pray for spiritual leaders. Pray for people to be saved. Pray for the lost to know Jesus. Pray for every unsaved family and loved one. Pray for the kingdom. If you pray like that, your prayer life will be on fire. Some of you, you'll be bored in your prayer because all your prayers are about you. But when you see the world through the eyes of Jesus, you will be grieved over the state of cities in America. You'll be praying for the government and for nations. You'll be praying for places where they've never heard the name of Jesus. You'll be praying for Islamic nations and Buddhist nations and places where they've never heard Christ. You'll be pray your kingdom come and your will be done. Then he gets to you. Give us this day of daily bread. Ask God for your needs and don't be ashamed. There's things you want in your heart you'll never say, but you have not because you ask not. Then he says, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. That is, deal with your sin. Like, don't go into God's presence and act holy. Go into God's presence and act lowly and deal with your sin.